Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody is doing really well wherever you are. It is Saturday night and I am going on sort of late tonight just because I almost didn't have a YouTube live tonight and I would have had to just go and do a quick video and let you know why. But my little sweet puppy dog, we noticed right around the time we were making dinner tonight, my husband and I were just having a quiet evening at home. And my dog came in from being outside and was limping really badly and like holding her paw and shaking it, which is, you know, indications of pain. I worked in a vet clinic for about a couple of years, so I'm not a vet or anything like that, but I did work enough with animals to know when an animal is in pain and showing those signs of pain. And so we went over to our vet clinic that is open 24-hour and they had a wait. And so we made an appointment actually for later in the evening. So I'm gonna do this video and then we're gonna go and take my dog into the vet. So please send all your prayers and good happy vibes for my sweet puppy that she's okay. She had a surgery on one of her paws and a couple of years ago that it basically had a surgery to remove something. The surgery went awry and we had to spend 2 months really rehabilitating a major issue. So one of her front paws is kind of like her bad paw, and so this is the other paw. So we just want to make sure she's okay. So I'm hoping it's just a sprain, or maybe she got something in there. We can't really see anything, so I don't know if they're gonna have to x-ray her. Oh, hi, Trisha, thank you. Thank you for the prayers for my dog. Yeah, she's just like my child. I don't have kids, and she is, I know a dog is not a child, but for me, she is my little baby. So yeah, I'm gonna do this really quick video for you. I actually found a tag video, and I've been thinking about doing a tag video for you guys, but I've been trying to do other, you know, themed videos, and I thought this would be some I could tell you quickly, and maybe those of you that are new, I'll be able to share stuff here that you don't know about me, and I can get to know you guys, and I'd love to hear about you guys in the comments. I love the community we have here on YouTube. So I'm gonna share this quick tag video with you, and then we're gonna get in the car and take her to the vet. Thankfully, she's resting comfortably on the couch. If it had been really bad, I just would obviously not be doing this, but she's sitting there with my husband, who is her favorite human in the whole world, and resting. So got a few minutes, gonna share this live. So I actually Googled some tag video questions because I know a lot of them are similar, and I got an article that said 50 new get to know me tag questions no one asks. And of course you go through and you read these and you're like, really? I think people ask these. But there are some on here that are not. So I'm gonna just work through as quickly as I can. I know 50 is a lot. I'll try to maybe not share all of them. If there's one that would take too long, I'll just skip through it. But that way I can give you guys some fun get to know me questions. So let me know about you in the comments as well, and just say hello. Hello, Elias, thanks for watching. So I'm just gonna go through and do a speed through as quickly as I can, like I said, because I'm on a time crunch because we are getting ready to take my sweet puppy to the vet. Okay, question 1, are you named after anyone? Not to my knowledge. I think both my first and my middle name are not necessarily from any particular relative, but I know that my name Sarah was specifically named for my mom because it means princess in the Bible. Question 2, when was the last time you cried? Goodness, I have no problem shedding tears if I need to, but I can't remember the last time I cried. Maybe sometime this past month, but it's been a little bit of time. But you know, I can tear up watching a movie. I tear up sometimes when I'm on stage performing. Yeah, so just because I can't think of a specific moment doesn't mean it didn't happen relatively soon. Okay, 3, do you have kids? And if no, how many do you want? I do not have children, and I actually can't have children, unfortunately. I do struggle with infertility. It is up to the Lord in a lot of different circumstances if my husband and I end up adopting. But right now, my only child is my little puppy dog, Daphne. 4, if you were another person, would you be a friend of yourself? That's an interesting question. I guess we can count that as one that people would say they would not ask in a normal tag video. I would like to say yes. I would consider myself a good friend. I feel like one of my strongest traits that I have in a friendship, I hope is, and I think is loyalty. I'm very, very loyal. And if you're my friend for life. So I would want a friend like that. And so I would have to say yes, I would be a friend to myself. 5, do you use sarcasm a lot? It really depends on the mood I'm in. I'm not someone who is just rattling off really dry, sarcastic senses of humor all the time. But if I'm in a mood, I can be sarcastic. Can't we all? Anyway, yeah, so I would say depends. 6, what's the first thing you notice about people? That's an interesting question. I would say, I mean, I like to see how people, whether they make eye contact with you. You know, they always say eyes are the door to the soul. But I would hope and I would think that the first thing I would notice would be personality traits as opposed to a physical trait. I think maybe I also just notice quickly whether people are open or not, whether they seem to be people that would be friendly and able to communicate, or whether they're closed off. That's probably something that I notice right away. I'm pretty empathetic, and being an actor too, you have to really also be aware of those things, I think sometimes a little more than most. So I really kind of check to see if that person seems open and receptive. Okay, 7, what is my eye color? Kind of boring question. You can see it's blue, I have my daddy's eye color. Scary movies is question 8. Scary movies or happy endings? I'm sorry, I'm a wuss. I cannot stand horror films. I like suspense, I like mystery, but I have no use for violent, scary movies. It's just not my scene. I don't know. I will have to go happy endings all the way. Okay, favorite smells. Guys, that's a no-brainer. Let's just pick up all the things that are left here from a past video. The scent of essential oils would be one of my favorite scents. I love the scent of bread or cookies baking, and doing the ketogenic diet these days, I especially love the smell of those things since I'm not allowed to eat them, but spoiler alert, I know it shouldn't be, but given all the nervousness we had of the dog tonight, I just baked a couple of cookies tonight. Ooh, don't tell. Anyway, now it's on the internet. Okay, let's see. Number 10, what's the furthest you've ever been from home? I would say when I was in Asia a handful of years ago, I did an Asian tour of a musical. I did a New York-based tour of The Sound of Music, and we toured all through China. And so even though I've traveled a bit, and I've been to Brazil, I've been to Canada, I've been to Europe, I would probably say the furthest away was China. We were all over China, as north as up by Siberia, as far south as by Vietnam, and in the middle as well. And so I think one of the longest commercial flights is I took a flight from New York, JFK to Shanghai or Beijing, and it was like a 17 or 18-hour flight. So that's probably definitely the furthest I've been from home. 11, do I have any special talents? Well, I hope that I have the talent of singing. I consider myself a singer and an actor as a musical theater performer, and I know those aren't things that everybody does. I mean, a lot of people are actors, but I would say being a singer is a talent that I have. Okay, 12, where were you born? I was born in Kansas. 13, what's your zodiac sign? Do you believe in it? This is pretty funny because I know I'm technically not supposed to. I'm a Taurus, but it's funny because my husband is like, oh, that's so lame. And so sometimes I'll talk about it just because I think it's funny, but I'm not someone who reads my horoscope all the time. But yes, I definitely think I have qualities of a Taurus. They're stubborn bulls. We'll leave it at that. 14, what are your hobbies? I would probably say YouTube is a hobby. I would love to do YouTube more full time, but I would say right now it's a hobby. I love to write, and I'm working on doing more writing online and working on books. So I'm not paid for that right now, but I'm looking at, like I said, at some point to share a book with the world. But for right now, I would consider it a very passionate hobby of mine. Let's see, what are some other hobbies? I love to collect books. As you can see, I love to read. That's probably my favorite hobby, and I love to travel. Do I have any pets? Yes, my sweet puppy Daphne that I was telling you about. 16, do I have any siblings? Yes, I actually have a lot of siblings. But my parents were both married to a spouse that was not the other. They got married multiple times, and they're both passed away. So all of my siblings are actually half siblings. And so I grew up in my main home with one of my siblings, but I have a lot of other half siblings. So I actually have 5, or is it 6? Oh my word, I'm losing track. Oh, because they're all half. I have actually 6 half brothers and sisters. Okay, what do I want to be when I grow up? I'm still figuring that out, guys, even though I'm a grown-up. I wanted to be a librarian when I was really young, and then I wanted to be a marine biologist, and then I ended up being an actor. 18, who was your first best friend? I think it was Elizabeth. I had a friend named Elizabeth Esparza, and we have lost touch. It's so sad to me. I don't know where she is in the world, but if she were ever to see this video, I hope we could reconnect because she was a dear friend when I was a child. How tall are you? I am 5'7". What is your least favorite thing about yourself? Ooh, that's a good one. And I don't really know if I should share that on YouTube, right? I mean, I'm sure I have tons of flaws. I hate that I get impatient. That's frustrating. So I would probably say that. My funniest moment throughout school, that's kind of vague. I don't really know if I have one of those right now. So I'm going to skip that one because I can't think of one right away. If you guys are on the video, please say hello in the comments and give it a thumbs up and say hi. If you're just tuning in, I am actually doing a speed through of a get to know me tag, and I found this tag where it says it's a bunch of questions no one asks, but I'm finding that some are not asked and some are. So I'm going through as quickly as I can. Okay, so I have left out at 22. How many countries have you visited? I'm very bad at math. Me, no number's good. But I will say, I can tell you quickly, I've been all over the US, all over Canada. I've been to Brazil. I've been to China. I've been to Iceland. I've been to Europe. I don't know if we would count, I guess we would count the countries in Europe. So I've been to Italy, France, Switzerland, anywhere else in Europe that I'm forgetting? I don't think. Oh, hi, Nicole. Oh, I'm so glad, Susan, that you like the late night live. Whew, I was explaining earlier in the video that we are getting ready to take my puppy to the vet because she has a sore paw. I'm hoping everything is okay. So that's partly why you're getting the live video, and that's why I'm doing it as quick as I can. But yes, I'm thrilled to be on with you guys. I hope you're all having a great weekend. So yes, I think those are all the countries. I'm sure I've been to other countries actually, but now those are the main ones. So I've traveled a lot, and if it were up to me and if I had another dream career besides being an actor, I would love to be paid to be a travel writer all over the world because I love traveling. Okay, what was your favorite and worst subject in high school? My favorite subject was always reading and English, and then later on in high school it was always music and forensics. And my worst subject and my least favorite was math. Very sad, but I don't do well at numbers as well as I do with words. 24, what's my favorite drink? My favorite drink. Nowadays, it's probably my morning cup of coffee. I'm also really loving Zevia soda. Woo! Yes. I love Zevia soda right now. My favorite animal is probably a dog. And my favorite perfume, I actually don't have a favorite perfume because I love essential oils, and I agree with a lot of essential oil users. I prefer essential oils, obviously, to perfume, but I'm gonna be honest, it's all about balance for me. And though I would say about 80 to 85% of the time, all I use is essential oils. I have a very high-end perfume that I got as a gift, and I love it. And I've checked the ingredients, it's pretty clean, but it's actually Tom Ford's, is it Neroli body spray? It's not the actual perfume because that's even more expensive, but I got the body spray, Tom Ford body spray, as a Christmas gift, and it smells like heaven. So that's probably the closest thing that I would have to a perfume. I don't use any other traditional perfumes. I just use essential oils. What would you or have you named your children? I don't have children. I cannot have them, but if I were to have a child, I've always liked the name Madeline for a girl. Oh, question. Do you remember the book you read about the author traveling on a train? I need to go back and read your book reviews. Thank you, Susan. You're so sweet. A author traveling on a train. I read the book The Girl on the Train, but I don't remember talking about that in a video because I feel like it was one of those mysteries that probably wasn't my favorite that I read. Traveling on a train. Oh, this is going to drive me nuts. I will look back through. But I'm wondering if I did talk about a book called The Traveling Feast that was about an author who traveled all over the country. He took the writers he was mentoring to his favorite writers' houses throughout the country and actually across the world too. And oh, thank you, Susan. She said she wishes she read more books. You know, it's totally doable to do. You can listen to audiobooks, but you know what? No judgment. Whether you read a lot or whether you read a little, it's all great. Whatever is your own pace, I think. If you're reading books you love, then it's a win-win. So don't beat yourself up if you don't have time to read because there are definitely seasons for it. So I don't know if Traveling Feast was one, but he wasn't on a train. The only other thing I can think of is I read Murder on the Orient Express. That's a train, but I'll think more about it. I'll look back through some of my past reviews and I'll look back and see if I can answer that question in a future video, Susan. Thank you for asking. Okay, really quickly, because I know these are probably lame. Sounds good. Yes, on Audible all the time, but I want a real book to highlight. Me too. I am someone who, when I read, I write in my books. Like, I would probably drive some people crazy. Because I don't like buying a used book that has lots of writing, which is interesting, but if it's my book, I have to highlight. I will write in the margins. I will underline with pen and pencil. I love to do that because I actually don't reread a lot of books cover to cover, which is hard to believe, I know, because I have all those there. But I highlight and write in my books, so I'll go back and reference things all the time and look back at what I highlighted, you know, and what was interesting to me that way. So I'm with you, Susan, totally on that. Let's see, what sports do you play? Have you played? I really didn't play many sports, and I wish I did in school, but I was so focused on music and singing and acting and things like that, that I ran track for a little bit in junior high, and then I wish I would have played tennis, but I was a mean little badminton player, not mean as in mean to people, but like I was really good at badminton when I was in school. I know that's totally random. Okay, let's see here. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? I'll tell you one, but actually this is gonna be another video topic probably, because I've been making a list of some of the YouTubers I love, and I've been discovering new YouTubers that are really fun to watch for me. So if you guys are interested, I think I'm gonna do a whole video on that. But one of my favorite YouTubers, oh, Susan says being on stage is a sport. Yes, well, if that's the case, then I'm very sporty, because I have been performing on stage a long time, actually. I think I started doing like children's theater and small things in high school, but I never thought it would go further than that. And then in college, I became a performer in operas and started performing in operas and musical theater and plays, and I have been doing it ever since. So I love it, love it, love it. So yes, hey guys. Okay, I'm back in the live. I'm so sorry it was paused. Let's see, is it working? Okay, we're back. I'm so sorry. That was the vet that just called me, so I'm gonna have to press pause on these questions. I got to question 27. How sad is that? I will try to do another live where I share the rest of these questions, but the vet that we're gonna see is close to our house, and they're 24-hour, and they called us and they were like, we don't have anybody in, we can get you in. So I'm gonna take my dog to the vet. Please send prayers and good vibes out for my puppy. I'll give you an update tomorrow. Like I said, she's resting comfortably on the couch and it's her paw. So hopefully she should be okay, but we're gonna go get her checked out. So I'm gonna cut off this live early, but thank you for tuning in. Please give the video a thumbs up, and I would love all the thoughts and prayers and good vibes for my little pup that you guys can send my way. Thanks for watching. Sorry I'm cutting it late, but I'll be back tomorrow with another video for sure. Okay, good night guys, take care.